for you.
News Radio 1580.
Charlotte County's only news talk radio station, serving you around the clock.
Hi, I'm Steve Duke, the owner of Westchester Golden Diamonds. I can tell you that Westchester Golden Diamonds has the largest collection of gold and diamonds in 3 counties, but I think the fact that we've been here for over 35 years says it all. Westchester Golden Diamonds has worked hard to give you the best prices, the deepest discounts off our everyday low prices, and above all, the best service possible. At Westchester Golden Diamonds, we always appreciate your business, and we've worked hard to keep it. Westchester Golden Diamonds in Bears Plaza, Port Charlotte. Westchester Golden Diamonds, a name you can trust. Good morning, America. You're listening to WCCF 1580 AM on your radio dial, and this is Tradio. I'm your host, Steve Duke, the owner of Westchester Golden Diamonds, and I'm here today, get ready, with my co-host, Ken the Meatloaf Lovejoy.
Man, that's good meatloaf.
And it's an inside joke, but I'll tell you what's going on.
Well, I think they know. Hey, Hippo was talking about it.
Oh,
they
was
had
he?
him in here. Yeah, they had Chef Rolf in here
Oh, I didn't know that.
talking about that. Yeah.
Well, the chef from
Saltwater
Cafe, and if you've never been there, I'm just giving them a plug. The food is great over there. I enjoy going up and eating. And, I mean, he's got everything. Seafood to hometown cooking and stuff, and with his own little flair on it. And I don't mean to give him a great plug, but it's great food. So it really is. I don't care what is happening. But if you're new to Tradio, let me tell you what's going on here. You won't get a chance to eat with us, but you will get a chance to get rid of all those goodies that are lying around the house that you'd like to turn into cash. And you're like, man, I don't want to do a garage sale. That's a bummer. It's just a lot of work, and all the tire kickers are out there.
And they always
looking at
show
it.
up. And they always show up 3 hours earlier than what you posted.
I mean, you got the signs that say 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They're not going to, can I come in and take a look at this stuff before everybody gets here? Why? You're not going to buy it.
Yeah.
But anyway, you don't have to go through all that stuff.
Nope.
You know what? You don't have to put it on Craigslist.
Mm-mm.
You don't have to call, one of our competitors, the newspaper.
Yeah.
You can just put it on the air. And how do you do it? I'm going to tell you. You call us at 206-1580. Write the number down. I'm not kidding. I'll wait. Go get a piece of paper, pencil, pen, write it down right now. 206-1580. But wait, there's more. If you're out of the area, you don't want to spend a quarter. Maybe it's more than a quarter. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But if you're out of the area, you can call us at 888-441-1580. And here's what happens. You make a list of all the stuff that you don't want in your house. No, not your wife, not your freeloading uncle or whoever, but stuff that you can actually sell. No, that's trading in human flesh. You can't not do that.
No. Not legally anyway.
Not legally.
No.
Not on our air.
No.
But you call us at 206-1580. Tell us about the items that you have, what you'd like to sell those items for, how much, the size, the condition, the color, how many miles. I mean, any special features that is going to make somebody want to fall in love with it. Then you call us. We put you on the air. It's the largest warehouse in Southwest Florida. I mean, we're up to, what was the total of listeners now?
23,000.
No. 23,000 people are listening?
Huh? Yeah.
I'm way out of here. Now I'm getting stage fright. I thought it was like 400 or 500, but okay. So we got potentially 23,000 people who are sitting there listening to your junk that you want to get rid of.
Yeah.
I mean, your wonderful stuff that you want to sell.
Well,
And
they started listening. Don't they could
they could turn us
They
off
could turn us off.
immediately.
Yeah.
While we're bantering.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's probably a lot less than 23,000 now.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you call us, tell us what you have. We put it up on the air. You give us your phone number, and hopefully somebody out there is looking for that particular item. And they call you, you sell it, and that's Tradio at its finest. But wait, there's more.
Yeah.
Suppose you're looking for something and you haven't been able to find it. Call us at 206-1580. Tell us what you're looking for, and hopefully somebody out there is looking for that particular item also.
We get a lot of that.
Yeah. And, if you've got a garage sale, call us. Got furniture, call us. Electronics, call us. A boat, give us a buzz. And at 9:30 we normally talk about all kinds of antiques and collectibles and a little bit of all kinds of stuff. And if you got items that you would really like to get some info on, you can call me on the air here, or you can email me at wgdiamonds@hotmail.com. And yes, I've noticed that I'm starting to get a lot more emails, and I've gotten a bunch of people. I've gotten some information for them. I got people I got to meet at 11 o'clock today. They emailed me, asked me if I'd be interested in some of their items. And I said, sure. And they're bringing it over to the shop so I can take a look at them for them. And, if you've got questions on collectibles and things, you can call us while we're on the air. I can usually field those questions for you and give you some info. And you'll hear us say, I think it's this, I think it's that. Well, Kenny and I wager a quarter on what each caller is going to have. And last week, I think we both did equally well. I don't think we had any.
Yeah, I thought we did well. And I already know what the first one is.
I'm going with a golf bag. What did you want to go with?
Well, it is a golf bag.
All right, I win a quarter. See, you should have never opened your mouth
Never
and told
you
me
sooner.
All right, go ahead and tell everybody about this golf bag.
It's a nice golf bag. It has several pockets. It's brown in color. It's got a little a tote. It's got wheels
Little
on the
handle
bottom,
and
so you can
wheel?
drag in a little extendable handle on it. It's still got the cover, so you can put the cover over all of it. Several pockets. It's still in great condition.
Is it a particular brand or name?
Yeah, but I can't remember. It's
Okay.
not like a
It's nothing great.
not like a golf name or anything. It's like Winchester or something like that.
Okay, and
I
how
can't remember.
much you want for it?
I'll take $20. $20.
15.
If you want it for 15, it's yours.
No, I don't want it. I just wanted to beat you up before somebody else did.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
yeah,
So you're gonna start at 20.
20. Yeah.
$20. And how do they get hold of you?
206-1188 extension 126.
And that's for a $20 golf bag.
$20 golf bag.
Wheels,
If you're
handle,
just
whole nine yards.
if you're just starting out, in the game. It's a great bag.
You got any balls or anything in it? Balls and tees?
Not anymore. No.
You got-
Well, there might be a few tees in there.
Okay.
I've cleaned it out. It's good.
You're not gonna put anything in there to make it more enticing?
Can of beer? Would that?
I'm in.
All right.
15 here.
Okay.
Give me the here. It's $15. All right, there's our first one. I got a quarter in my. So now I'm
You
going to
do.
I'm going for my second one. This is a vehicle.
This is an electronic device.
Good morning. You're on Tradio.
Good morning. I have a place to take your golf bag, whoever buys it.
Okay.
But I have some intervals for sale in Blowing Rock, North Carolina. It's a resort called Swiss Mountain Village.
Okay.
It has a private stock rainbow trout lake on it. They are cabins and chalets. The first one is in July, from July the 6th to the 13th, which is, we already took that one, but it is for sale for next year.
Okay.
We also have another one up there in the fall, which is absolutely beautiful. The weather is awesome. We're in a couple of miles of the ski slope. And also you have golf courses that are just gorgeous on those mountains. They're just beautiful. And that one is in October the 19th through the 26th. I also have a Seagull Beach Club, which is at Cocoa Beach, Florida. It is from December the 7th to the 21st. That is a 2-week unit. You can buy either one if you like, either week. I got them both for sale. And I also have one more that's at Kahlua Beach Club, which is at Fort Myers Beach. That's from September the 7th through the 14th, and I'm asking $500 a week. So any one of those beautiful places would be great for vacation. And we just love the Blowing Rock one. It is just absolutely gorgeous. There's so many things to do. We're right off the parkway there, so in the Blue Ridge Mountains, Blue Ridge Mountains Parkway is what it's called. So anyway, it's a beautiful place, lovely golf, fishing, anything, hiking, picnic areas. We're right there on the parkway, so it's beautiful. Anyway, wildlife, we have deer, all kinds of deer come up, small babies and big antlers and all kinds come around the area, so we can see them, and we have beautiful pictures. So if you want to email me, and I'll send you some pictures, or if you want to contact Swiss Mountain Village or any one of these areas, I can give you the email for the so you can go to their website.
Okay. And what's your phone number for more information?
Okay, it's 766-0860. And the cabins are all stocked. All these are, I mean, you have your linens, your utensils for cooking, it's furnished. Everything's there. All you have to move in is with a few groceries and your fishing pole.
Okay.
And your clothes, of course, and you're ready to go. Or your golf clubs, whichever you like to do, or both.
All right.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, you'll love it.
All right.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
calling.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye now.
Bye.
You guys going to go with real estate?
Yeah, I didn't
I
even know
was.
that was an option.
Yeah, of course. And now, which one of those would you go on?
I kind of like the winter one. Going up near the ski resort. That'd be kind of fun.
I like that in the summer, though.
No.
They slide down the slopes on a rug. Did you ever do that?
I have not.
I wouldn't advise it. So I made that up.
I'd hate hitting a rock on that.
All right, go ahead. I'm going to let you go first on this one.
This is
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
watercraft of some kind.
No furniture. Good morning. You're on Tradio.
Good morning.
Hey, what do you got for us?
I'm the one with the honey. I still have about 6 bottles left. So I had a bunch of repeat coming back to buy more for their friends.
Yeah, I had somebody come in the shop, and they said they stopped over there right after the show and got some, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, I got, I think 6, maybe 7 more bottles left. They're 2-pound bottles for $10, fresh, local grown honey. The number they can call is 255-1888, and there will not be anybody there until close to 10 o'clock this morning.
All
All
right.
right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye now. Yeah,
Good stuff.
Guy came in, and he says, I just want to let you know I went and got some of that honey after I heard that guy on Tradio. He says, man, that stuff was great. I'm thinking, well, bring it in so I can taste it.
What do you mean was great? He went through 2 pounds of honey?
I
that
don't
quick?
know. He was a big fella, so I don't know if he was buzzing around that all day or not, but
All right.
he was on it. You did really good on that one. I'm going with a water vehicle.
You're going with a water vehicle. Appliance.
Good morning. You're on Tradio.
Good morning, guys.
Hey,
Hey, Ken, there's no golf balls in that bag, is there?
No.
I already
Okay,
asked.
so-
You know me. I would.
Unless
You're on a vacation up in the winter one?
Yeah.
Man, golfing on elevated tees up in the mountains, it is beautiful.
Mm.
I'm going to give that a call, I think.
Yeah. 766-0860.
Yeah, I wrote it down. Singer sewing machines, do they hold any value at all, the older ones?
the regular size singers really don't have a lot of value. This is a portable. It's not the treadle type with a.
It says that table, the wooden table that's built around it with drawers. I come across stuff all the time with what I do, and it just looks old, extremely old, and before I was to heave it, I figured I'd give you a call.
Yeah, the sewing machine itself isn't a whole lot of really collectible, but what a lot of people times people will do is if it's the old treadle type machine where it actually had a foot pedal that you ran it on, a lot of times people will take those and they'll junk the sewing machine and they'll put a piece of marble on it and use it as a decorative type of table.
Yeah, this is what that has that, where that big plate on the bottom where you step on it.
Yeah. You may find some people who would be interested in something like that. If you turn around and just go and get some remnants of the marble top stuff from some of the tile places and put it together and then call us next week with this antique treadle type table with a marble top, you probably got a lot better chance of getting rid of it than you do with the sewing machine.
Okay. Like I said, I didn't want to throw it out until I checked into it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's not a whole lot of collectors on the big sewing machines. There are some collectors for some of the smaller portable Singer sewing machines out there. But like I said, the large ones, unless it's really cool, and sometimes they were all painted up and had decals on them, which are kind of neat. But that's sort of a thing of the past, except for, like I said, people making them into tables and putting them around the house for a decorative type of thing.
Yeah, I could definitely make a table out of it. It'll look pretty sharp.
Yeah.
And my wife will probably want to keep it. And I won't be able to sell
Exactly.
It.
And then you'll be out the money anyway, but what the heck.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, bud.
All right.
Bye now. Yeah, you fix it up, you get it all nice looking, and so the wife will, and you're going, I can make some bucks on this, and the wife goes, oh, honey, I think that would look really good in the other room. and you're out the money, but whatever. All right, our phone lines are open at 206-1580. If you got something for us to buy, sell, or trade with you on Tradio, give us a buzz, please. And I didn't get a chance to tell you, but, I was gone another week, and we went to Steenhatchee scalloping.
Who?
Steenhatchee. It's up in the Panhandle there.
Oh, okay.
It's near the Swanee River. Now, did you know the Swanee River was in Florida? I always thought the Swanee River was in Georgia for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, it's close to the Georgia border, isn't it?
I don't know.
All I know is screaming up I-5 and
but I mean, we pass it
785.
when you go up to Steenhatchee, and scalloping is just, if you've never done it, a scallop is, if you look at the shell oil sign, that's a scallop shell. And they just kind of lay out on the eel grass and the fluffy brown grass and catch some rays. And if they lay there, they have their shell open, and they've got like 1,000 little blue eyes that go all the way around the shells. It's really cool. And if you're swimming at them into the sunlight, you'll see all these little blue dots all the way around there, and you're just going, whoa, that's cool. And it's like a big Easter egg hunt. You're only in like 3 to 5 foot of water, and you're just snorkeling all day. Make sure if you go out there, the ladies, make sure you put that sunblock on your butt and around the lines of your bathing suit.
Janie get a little burnt, did she?
I never saw flesh turn purple.
Ooh.
But a couple of the girls that came up with us, they were purple that night.
Ouch.
The backs and legs, the backs of their legs. But, I always wear, the guys always wear like the long shorts and stuff.
Yeah.
And I always wear a long sleeve shirt because you are in the grass and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just so neat to run around there. And
did you get a bunch?
Yeah, we got the first day, the first 20 minutes, we jumped in, the bottom looked perfect. You're thinking, oh man, I'm going to fill up this 5-gallon bucket quick. And after about 15 minutes, I'm thinking to myself, well, how can I get my money back from this hotel reservation? Because I haven't gotten the first scallop yet. And then you moved like 100 feet. And the next thing you know, in an hour and a half, you have filled up the whole boat with them.
Wow.
Second day, we went the wrong direction, and it was terrible. That was the smallest amount of scallops we've ever gotten in 9 years. 10th year, we've gone 10 years now. The third day, we went in the opposite direction, and it was like an Easter egg hunt that would never quit. It was just so cool. I mean, it was just neat. I mean, if any other people have gone out there and done scalloping, you know what I'm talking about. You fill the bag, and you're carrying this bag, and it's like weighing you down. You're dragging it through the grass and stuff. And you get up on top, and you start shucking those babies and eating them raw as quick as you can, which was A-okay with me.
Raw scallops?
Yeah, they're great.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only had them
When you open up a scallop, you know the piece you eat, that's actually a muscle.
Yeah.
Well, all their guts and everything else are around them, and you just sort of grab it with a knife just the right way, and you peel it right over top of the muscle. All that stuff comes off. Then you slice the muscle out and you eat that. But it's really, really good.
All right.
And if you're a little more creative, you go and you get yourself like a 1.5, 2 horsepower shop vac. You take it up and you set up a production line where one guy opens up the scallop and cuts the muscle on the top. You hand it to the next guy. They with the vacuum cleaner, it sucks all the junk off of them, and then a third person just cuts it out of shell.
There you go.
You sit around on a picnic table drinking beers and margaritas and
Playing
stuff like that.
Playing with a shop vac. All right, cool.
Doing the shop vac thing. It's the Steenhatchee. I'm going with this is a vehicle.
It's appliance.
Good morning. You're on Tradio.
Good morning.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. What do you got for us?
Good. I have a vintage 1970s Coca-Cola transistor radio in the original box with the paper and the 3D glasses. It's very cool. It's shaped like a cooler.
Okay.
Kind of tall, and I'm asking $125 for that. I've seen them on eBay. There's 2 on there now for like $500 a piece.
Now, what do you do with the 3D glasses?
I don't know. It came in the box.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Does it say Coca-Cola on the 3D box? 3D glasses too?
Yes, it does.
I don't know what those would be.
I don't either.
I don't know. And one lens is kind of clear, the other is kind of cloudy. I don't know anything about 3D glasses, but they're in the box. But anyway, it's got a very tall antenna. This thing is really cool, and I'd like $125 for it.
How tall is it?
It you had to ask me that. It's probably
But just show me. Just show me with your hands.
Can you see my hand?
Hold the phone a little bit closer.
It's like I caught fish. It was this. But anyway, it's really cool, and it is very vintage, and it's just cool. It's in excellent. The radio is in excellent shape. It plays excellent, and I mean, it's got good pickup. No matter where you are, it picks up the radio station. So anyway, my number is 941-769-2389.
Does it only pick up old radio stations, or does it pick up the new ones too?
It's picking up AM, and it picks up FM as well. The antenna is like really long.
How long? And just how long is it?
Can you see my hand?
Okay. All right, get that thing away before you put my eye out.
That sounds kind of cool, though.
Now, I'm going to go apply sunblock and eat scallops, okay?
All right.
Thanks.
Bye now.
Bye. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Still in a box, it might be worse.
I might give her a little call on that. I just wish she would have been a little bit better with her hands, show me the exact length, you know. The
furniture.
The receiver from the phone got in the way.
It's furniture.
It's furniture?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, what is
Au
it?
contraire. This is an appliance.
Ah.
Good morning. You're on Tradio.
Well, let's see. If the front seat would be furniture, and
the back seat was
you could use it as an appliance hauler.
And
no, I don't think it's going to work, guys.
All right.
It is a pickup truck, a white one with a V8 and an automatic transmission.
What kind? What are we talking? What year?
It's a 1987 Dodge in very good condition with a new engine and transmission.
Okay.
3/4 ton. And it starts and goes every day. And I'm accepting offers from people that, of course, have a lot of money.
What are you asking for?
And how much money would they have to have?
How much do I have to have? Well, I'd like to start at $5,000 because it's got a brand new engine and transmission in it.
Okay.
And then we can talk.
Then we can work our way back down?
Well, we can work our way up.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's not usually how it goes, but if somebody wants to go that way, they can.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's big enough to haul all their money.
All right.
They can get all their money and put it right in the back. I'll then bring it over, and we'll get it and drop it here, and they can take the truck.
Is it big enough to put a golf bag in?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's how you. But anyway, this is a real good truck.
Number?
I've had it for a long time. 206. No, Steve, what's my number? I don't remember.
I don't know, but you're getting ready to tell me mine.
204-0621.
Okay. You sure it wasn't 206-1580, huh?
No, I don't think so. Maybe it was, but I don't think so.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you.
All right,
Bye.
thanks, man. Bye.
87 Dodge truck, new engine and tranny, 3/4 ton, $5,000. OBO.
Or bring your own?
Yeah.
Okay.
204-0621.
All right, our lines are still open right now. We've got a little bit more time. And if we don't get a caller, then I'm going to ramble a little bit as we do around 9:30 or so. And at Westchester Golden Diamonds, we're a little different than most of the stores you walk into. We probably are the premier jewelry store in this area. And I'm not just patting myself on the back. We've been doing it for 37 years. We've got more gold chains than, I'm going to say, any 100 stores you walk into. We've got 10 times more gold chains than they got, at least. We probably have 1,000 chains in stock. Gold bracelets, we've got all kinds of stuff in stock. We got some gorgeous sterling silver stuff. We got a lot of vintage jewelry. We've got a lot of unusual stuff, turquoise and silver pieces. We've got a line of Italian jewelry. It's called Bernardi is the manufacturer. It's all diamond cut, and it's some of the gold. It's plated with platinum, so it really sparkles, really neat. A lot of the pieces we have are tricolor. They're black, white, pink, and it's pretty inexpensive. Gives you some great looks. We've got some matching necklaces and bracelets and earrings and stuff. Really neat stuff. Diamonds, I don't care where you go. We've got their diamond inventory beat. We've got all kinds of large diamonds in stock. And this is what we do. I mean, we are a premier jewelry store in this area. We're not a big fancy schmancy store. You walk in, I'm going to wait on you in shorts and a t-shirt. And my girls are all there. They look a little bit better than I do. But I mean, we appreciate your business. We're your hometown jeweler. And if we can help you, we'd love to have you come in. But we don't do just jewelry. We do all kinds of antiques and collectibles and just off-the-wall kind of stuff. And every day we have people come in with unusual items. And I sit there and I look at them and, we go through them and you kind of feel like the Encyclopedia Britannica a lot of times because I don't just say, no, I can't use this thing. It's nothing. Or, yeah, I'll buy that from you. We usually like to give the people a little bit of info on what they have, or if they've got information that I'm not aware of. I always enjoy learning from the items that I see. And one of the cool things that came in this week was a bronze statue. And, bronze statues have been made centuries ago. I mean, archaeologists have unearthed stuff 2,000 and 3,000 years old. But a lot of the bronze statues we talk about now or we see are 1800s to 1900 stuff. A lot of them are more modern. This piece happened to be a little bit more modern. It was a piece from the 70s, and I really wasn't familiar with the artist. And yet the fellow that came in was telling me it's a $10,000 piece. And would I be interested in buying it? Well, I like to buy $10,000 pieces if they're worth it. And I said, hang on a minute. Let me do some research for you, and I'll find out what we can do. And what's nice nowadays, when I first started 37 years ago, you had to have a heck of a reference library. You looked up everything in books and things like that. We didn't have the internet. And unfortunately, I lost a lot of my reference books in Hurricane Charlie. And there are a lot of more editions that were out of print, and you really can't look up all that info anymore. But with the internet, it's at your fingertips. So I looked up the artist and didn't find a whole lot of info on him. I mean, he was known as a illustrator, and he did do some bronze works. But his pieces didn't really bring that much money at auction. And usually you have to turn around and join a bunch of different websites to give you information on artwork. They don't give the info away. You gotta subscribe to them. And I subscribe to 3 or 4 different art sites, as well as auction catalogs that I get from a lot of the major auction houses. And I found 2 examples in 5 years that this fella sold. And it seemed to be somewhere in the $500 to $800 price range is what these items would bring. And what was unusual about this, it was marked artist copy. And some people would say, well, it's a copy, so it's not a real one. It can't be worth anything. Well, an artist copy means that when they made this piece, the artist usually would take 1 or 2 of the first examples. They'd be marked artist copy. And he would examine it, or she would examine it, whoever the artist was. And a lot of times they would make different changes on the original. And they would, it may have been a feature that they didn't like, or if they added another feature to it, they felt that would help sell the item. And generally these weren't sold, the artist kept them himself. And this piece was marked as an artist copy. And, we looked at it, and I noticed that there weren't any real foundry marks on it. And the foundry marks tell us basically where that piece was made. A lot of your statues from the 1800s up into the early 1900s, there's a lot of great artists out there, and they generally made sure that they signed all of their pieces. And they didn't sign them individually. What they did is they signed it in the mold. And then when it was casted, you would see their signature in the bronze piece. And some of them would list the foundry that made it. Usually the European foundries were usually always on the bronze pieces, but not always. And with no foundry marks, and I looked at the patina on the bronze, and originally I said to him, it's an early piece, it's a late piece from the 70s, and it's nothing that I can really help you with. And then the more I got into it, and the more research I did, we found that it did have some value to it. And I went back out and explained to him, how did you arrive at this piece being worth $10,000? And he said, well, I felt that that's what it would be worth. And I said, well, how did you arrive at that number? He said, well, I know when it was bought back in the 70s that they paid around $5,000 for it. And I said, where was it bought? And it was bought in a gallery. And what we have to understand, and I tried to explain to this gentleman, was there's a primary market and there's a secondary market. And we've talked about this before in collectibles. The primary market is the artist turning around making that and farming it out or selling it to a gallery. Now, the gallery, when you walk in, nice lighting, beautiful marble tile floors or plush carpet. Everyone's dressed really nicely, and everything's on a base and a beautiful stand, and they're well lit. There's pictures on the wall. There's all kinds of descriptions about the artist. And when you walked in there, you're in the spending mode. You may have gone in there and, you're on vacation. Got some money burning a hole in your pocket. You need to prove that you went on a vacation and you want to take a souvenir home. And now you've encountered this beautiful bronze statue and you got to have it. And the asking price is $12,000. Now, what did the gallery pay for it originally? Maybe somewhere around $3,000, $4,000, and now they've got it in their gallery for $12,000. And yes, this is a markup, a considerably large markup, but you have to understand that on a gallery that deals in bronzes or glassware, different items, it's going to be expensive. They've got all their labor charges. They may have bought it, or it may be the foundry that actually did the casting, and they're going to sit with that item for a long time. So, they're going to make their profit. Well, you're a negotiator, and you've negotiated that price from $12,000 all the way down to $7,000. You give them the credit card, you take it home, and it's beautiful. You add it to your collection, and you love it. And it's like any other collectible. When you look at it, you touch it, you handle it, you fondle it, and it makes you smile. And that's what it's all about. Now, you've passed on, and the kids have inherited it. Now, they decide they're going to sell it. Now, this is the secondary market. And they've got to find somebody who loved it as much as you did, except they don't have the gallery. They don't have the marble tile. They don't have that lighting. They're not dressed to the tens in order to find the person to sell this to. They turn around and they put an ad in the paper, or they put it on Tradio, or they put it on Craigslist, or they put it on eBay, and they find that, nobody's really interested in this piece at $5,000 or $6,000. So they give it to an auction house, and the auction house says, well, we can give you our idea of what we feel will bring at auction. Now, how do they know what it'll bring at auction? Because they've sold thousands of these items. Maybe not this particular artist, but they've sold thousands of bronzes. They've sold the same particular topic that this bronze is. It could be an animal ear type of thing. It could be an American Indian type of thing. It could be a Remington, But generally, they've got a track record, and they have an idea of what this stuff will bring at auction. They turn around and they say, we estimate this at $500 to $700. And now, these people are just flabbergasted that this $5,000 or $7,000 bronze could only be worth $500 to $700. Well, this is the secondary market. Now you're out there, and these people don't care if they buy it, but if they can buy it at a price they like and they can look at it and touch it and fondle it and it makes them smile, then they're willing to buy it. And on the secondary market, it now is worth $500 to $700. And I explained to the gentleman, I said, the idea that it's worth $10,000 is in your mind. And I explained to him about primary and secondary markets, and by the time we were done chatting, he understood. I took him in my office. I showed him a couple of the websites that had similar items for sale. And he could see that, it wasn't me making up a story to try and buy an item for less money. It was me explaining what the real world is all about. And we did do a transaction, and I wound up buying the bronze from him. Now, people say, Steve, how do you know what this stuff is worth? You sit there all day long and you look at things from costume jewelry to bronzes to Dutch tobacco boxes to picture postcards to pocket watches to wristwatches. If you do something for enough years, hopefully you get pretty good at it. And we've handled a lot of different items at Westchester Gold and Diamonds. Everything from a 26 karat diamond that we bought years ago to, a 1943 copper penny, which there's only 5 of them known, to some beautiful bronzes, to Tiffany art glass and shades and lamps. We're in Port Charlotte, and this certainly isn't the mecca of the world for fantastic stuff, but there's a lot of stuff out there. We do deal in these items. We're always looking for this kind of stuff. And how do I arrive at numbers? It's real easy. I do my research. I've got auction catalogs from 20 years back. I've got the internet. I pick up the phone, and I've got friends who deal in these items. I've got private collectors who are saying to me, Steve, if you pick up such and such, could you give me a call? I'm always interested. And it's just a matter of making contacts over the years. So, a lot of times people will go out of town to sell their items. A lot of times, we've had hotel buyers come in and advertise, and people say, well, they're from out of town. They must know a lot more than the people in town here. This is just little old Port Charlotte. Little old Port Charlotte has got some fantastic brains in it. I've met some individuals who were inventors who came up with things that are amazing. We have a listener out there who was an inventor who came up with a lot of interesting inventions. And there's lots of avenues for you to dispose of different particular items. If you've got items that you're not quite sure of what it is or what you like to do with it, please stop by Westchester Gold and Diamonds. We're always interested in taking a look at those items for you. Another thing that came in this week, like I said, was a Dutch tobacco box. And it's a little oval-shaped box, probably about 1.5 inches wide and about 6 inches long, and made out of brass and copper, all engraved on the top of it with a fellow with a gun and shooting at a deer. And that's unusual, kind of neat. And it's dated 1883 or 1873 rather. And I bought it. We all looked at it, and the person who brought in said, I think this was probably for spectacles. I think it was probably off of a boat that a captain put his spectacles in. And I said, that's a wonderful story, but what you have here is a tobacco box. I said, open it up and let's look on the inside. And if you notice, it's been silvered on the inside. And the reason being that if it was for food or something that you would ingest, like a tobacco, it had to be silvered because too many oxides would come off of the brass and copper that weren't good for you to consume in your body or would react to different types of foods or items that you would put in there. So what they did is if you were going to ingest it in some way, they would silver the inside to prevent and give you a guard against the copper or brass. And when I explained this to the people, they kind of looked at me like, yeah, that's your story. We're sticking with the spectacle thing. And I went in and got a couple different catalogs that I had seen pieces like this 5 or 6 years ago, showed them what it was and that it was a tobacco box. And they thanked me and they appreciated the info. They sold the box because they had inherited it from a grandmother and went on their merry way. So it's important to deal with people who are knowledgeable in the collectibles that you have. You know, make sure you're not buying a bill of goods from somebody who gives you a song and dance. Take to someone who's really deals in that thing. And the same thing goes for a lot of your jewelry pieces. You know, we buy a tremendous amount of estate jewelry. And when we say estate jewelry, that's pre-loved jewelry. It's, you know, it could be from this time frame, or it could be from, like we've talked about before, Art Deco, Art Nouveau periods, but it's antique. It's older pieces. And lots of times, you know, some of these older pieces, besides the diamond and gold value, you know, they've got artistic value. They've got collector value. And it could be worth 5, 6, 7, 10 times the amount of gold or diamond value because of who made it and what it is. So again, if you got items like that you'd like to sell or get appraised or get some information on it, we've been doing it for 37 years now. We're in the Bear Plaza behind ABC Liquors. And I'd love to take a look at it. I'd love to give you an offer on it. I'd love to buy it. With that, we're going to take a quick break and return to Tradio. Hi, I'm Steve Duke, owner of Westchester Gold, and Westchester Gold is paying cash for your diamonds and vintage jewelry. Westchester Gold is buying gold and silver in any condition, coins, flatware, tea sets, even broken jewelry. Westchester Gold will buy your fine antiques, art glass, oil paintings, and vintage pocket watches and wristwatches. Anything old or unusual, please bring your items by our new location behind ABC Liquors in Port Charlotte for a free evaluation and fair cash offer.
Westchester Gold Fabricators.
And we are back with Tradio. And Kenny, can you give us a time check?
We're checking 9:48 and 5 seconds.
Well,
hey,
yeah.
You know, you were talking last week about postcards and
Yeah.
stuff. Did you ever buy any of those?
Yeah, actually, some stuff came in. Some people said they had heard me on Tradio, and I had talked about view cards.
Yeah.
And they brought in some World War I view cards, and these were the ones that you could buy in France or in Europe, and they fold out, and you know, there was multiple views of the temples and the churches and all kinds of sites that, you know, you would normally see in a European country. And again, those aren't real expensive stuff, but they did have some of the other views of soldiers and in the trenches, and one of them had a plane, a World War I plane, biplane that had crashed, which was pretty cool. And yeah, it's always neat because a lot of times when I talk about a particular item on Tradio, the next week or the following week, if somebody says, hey, you know what, I heard about this on Tradio, I think I'll bring it in and see what's going on. So, you know, this is another thing that the show is great for. You know, I like people to understand that I do have a fair amount of knowledge on a lot of items, and I'm always happy to take a look at their items, to buy those items. And if I don't have the knowledge for you, I'm not going to sit there and BS you. I'm going to make some calls and see if I can find out some info about it. I've had a couple different people leave me autographs that we couldn't authenticate. I had to send them out. I had a baseball signed by the Dodgers with Jackie Robinson and a bunch of signatures on it. And I looked at it and started to make the people an offer on it. And I said, you know, I got to get this thing sent out and authenticated. I said, I will do it at my cost. This is what I would pay you for the ball if it comes back authentic. And they said, okay, that's fine. And it came back, and it was all done by the Bat Boys and different people in the team. None of the players had actually signed it. But what's cool is a lot of the Bat Boys would actually practice these guys' signatures and get very, very close to what it was. So a lot of times when people show me these signed antique baseballs, it's not the actual signatures from the players, and you got to do a little bit of research on them.
Yeah.
But it's fun, it's different, and it's new every day, and that's why I look forward to going to work.
Cool.
We got some callers. Let's
All
hit
right,
it.
let's go.
Good morning. You're on Tradio.
Good morning.
Hey.
I'm not a buyer or a seller, but I got a question for you.
Sure.
Have you seen this new TV show on, I think it's called Show TV, I'm not even sure, the pawn guys in Detroit?
Oh, yeah, hardcore pawn.
Yeah. I have never heard that much bleeping on a television program. I mean, there's more time bleeping than there is actual footage.
Well,
or that many indignant people who come in. What do you mean this is what?
Yeah, and
I'm not leaving till you buy it.
Exactly, and the ones who tell you you're giving me $30 for this broken printer.
They throw people out. They got about 3 bouncers that are, I think they're wrestlers.
Oh, I think they got like 7 or 10 bouncers. And they're all. I think you got to be 6'8" or bigger to do it. What I love the part where the son always says, "Oh yeah, come on, I'll come out from behind this counter. I'll kick your butt." And there's this 8-foot tall black guy with muscles the size of like a chair is in front of him, and he's going, "Yeah, I'll he's bad mouthing the people while this other guy escorts him out the door."
Not only that, the daughter, the son, and the father are constantly fighting.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, I called you
well,
once
it is
before.
Detroit.
I called you once before. I wanted to know if you had a chumley. Now, I guess my question is, do you have big bouncers like that, and do you have relatives that you fight with like that?
Nah. It's a one-man operation, but I mean, I got 9 employees, and
loaded weapons always beat a bouncer.
Yeah.
Even a fake one will work.
Yeah.
As long as the other guy doesn't carry, right?
Yeah. No, it's a lot of people have asked me about is your store like that, and thank goodness, no, not at all. I mean, we're not in Detroit. We it's a different type of mentality down here. I think first of all, we're a lot more laid back, and it's just I've encountered some of those people over the years, but not very many.
That lady came in. I can't remember. She came in and she said, "I want $500 for this." I think it was an old TV or whatever it was. She wanted, and they had to call the cops, and they threw her out. And I can't believe that's an actual pawn shop. I think it's just a show. No.
No, believe it or not, I've been up there, and I'm not going to say any derogatory things about the people who own the place, but there are really not a whole lot of people you'd really want to deal with. But I guess if you deal with that and you were brought up like that, that's your mentality as well, and you can put up with it. But that would not be my idea of a good time. We're looking forward to going to work every day.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard stories about what happened to Detroit, the same thing that happened to Camden, New Jersey, I guess. But I just I don't know. I can't believe that is an actual business.
Yeah, it actually is.
All right. Well, that's my 2 cents for the day.
Okay.
Right,
thanks.
See you later.
Bye now. Good morning. You're on Tradio.
Yeah, good morning.
Hey, you're up.
How are you today?
Good. What do you got for us?
Well, I've got a screen door enclosure, aluminum, white aluminum. It's 70 and a half by 86 and a half tall. Good shape, $50.
Okay.
And I have a slot machine, a Pasugio Yamasaw with 100 and some tokens. Excellent shape, $200.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it, sir.
All right, give us a phone number.
941-875-5416.
And thank you for calling.
Have a good day, sir.
Bye now.
Thank you.
All right, our phone lines are they open?
They are open.
All right, 206-1580. We probably forgot to give you that number enough times. You're sitting there thinking, I'd like to call them, but I have no idea how to get hold of them.
I listen every week.
And they never say how to get there. They never tell you how to get hold of these fellas. I just listen to them. 206-1580. And if you'd like to stop by the shop, we're in the Bears Plaza over by ABC Liquors. We're right across the street from Publix. And, if you've got questions on collectibles or you need any kind of special jewelry, you need watches taken care of, repaired, If you're looking for a Rolex watch, we've got a nice selection. If you've got an antique watch that you may have inherited that you'd like to trade it for something, or a piece of jewelry or larger diamond, we do trades. You know, you don't have to just come in and get cash. I mean, you can turn around and we will accept it on trade. And if you see something that's more money than what you've got with you, you put it on layaway. You know, and it's funny because people say, what exactly is layaway? You know, and you say, well, look, you see an item that you really can't afford to pay it off right now, you put 10% down, you make monthly payments or weekly payments, whatever's easy for you. There's no set amount of money that you have to put, give us every month. The quicker you want it, the quicker you'll pay it off. There's no interest. There's no time frame that you have to pick it up immediately. A lot of people have gone into some of the jewelry stores, and now a lot of the stores are saying, okay, well, we've got layaway. Well, you got to pick it up in 60 to 90 days at the most. We've had stuff on layaway for 4 and 5 years with people. And you're going, what are you talking about? Who would put something on layaway for 5 years? Well, you know what? If it's your 15th anniversary and you just came in and bought something, and you see something and you say, 20 years is what I'm shooting for. I want something really, really nice for her for our 20th anniversary. I like to buy a Rolex, Steve. And you turn around and you buy an expensive Rolex, a gold Rolex, and you put it on layaway, and you've been paying on it for 3 or 4 years, and when your 20th anniversary rolls around, it's paid for. Or I've got people who have started with a 1/4 carat diamond pendant, and every year they've traded up. At Westchester Gold and Diamonds, if you've bought a pendant for $200, and you come in next year and you say, I'd like to get a bigger one, we're going to allow you $200. Now, you say to yourself, well, a lot of the jewelry stores do that. Yeah, but if you spend $200 with them, you've got to buy something for either $400 or $600, 2 or 3 times more than what you spent. You can come in, if you spent $200 and you say, Steve, I only got $100 to spend this year, we'll find you something for $300. You don't have to buy twice of, you don't have to step up 2 or 3 times what you spent the first time. And we always allow you the same money on trade-in. So you put a bigger diamond on layaway, and on your 20th anniversary, it's paid off. We got a caller. Good morning. You're on Tradio.
Good morning. I was curious. Do you repair Bulova watches from the 40s, the old wind-up?
Sure. Yeah. The mechanicals. I've got a watchmaker who works on all that stuff.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye now. It's a good question. And another thing, too, a lot of times people will bring in broken old watches from the 30s and 40s and 50s. Lots of times we will buy some of these old watches, even if they're not working, even if they're not gold or silver. A lot of times we'll buy them to get the parts out of them. We'll scavenge the pieces out of them. So we're always looking for the older vintage wristwatches. Not so much the women's. I mean, we do buy some of the women's stuff, but mainly the men's. That's more of a market that we have. So if you've got items like that you want to turn into cash or get fixed, bring them by Westchester Gold and Diamonds. We would love to take a look at them. We're just about out of time. I'd like to thank everyone for listening. If you want to get hold of any of the older Tradio shows that we've done, you can go to www.westchester Gold and Diamonds, and we've got copies of the old Tradio shows on the air right there that you can listen to again. With that, I'm going to say goodbye to everyone until next week. Hi, I'm Steve Duke, the owner of Westchester Gold. You're good at what you do. You know it, and you deserve the rewards that come with your success. At Westchester Gold, we can help you with the largest selection of pre-owned Rolex watches in Charlotte County and diamond accessories to upgrade any model. Why Rolex? Rolex is recognized and respected around the world. Isn't that what you deserve? At Westchester Gold, we make it easy. Come in, purchase your Rolex, or put it on layaway. Westchester Gold, fine jewelry and antiques. We make it easy. Behind ABC.